So I've been meaning to talk about this for a really long time. People keep asking me. Everyone just knows that I like the game and I make a lot of videos about it, but no one actually knows why the hell I'm still continuing to make videos about a game that's over 4 damn years old. So for the 20,000 subscriber milestone, this is a very special video explaining just why I love this game so much. This isn't going to be a review or anything. I'm just going to tell you my personal reasons why I love this game so much. So let's rewind back to before the game existed. The first thing I ever saw was this teaser, and I didn't think much of it at the time. In fact, I didn't even give it a second look. If I would have known Naughty Dog were attached to it, I would have been very interested because I loved Uncharted, but that's a whole other story. Fast forward to the Video Game Awards trailer, and my interest was garnered by three things: Naughty Dog, zombies, and this girl right here. The entire game looked right up my alley. I have a fixation for things like deserted streets, backward ass towns, and just the thought of freedom from a civilized world. And zombies, of course, because who doesn't? As a kid, I had fond memories of road trips in the Australian outback with nothing but road for miles and miles. The whole tone of the game just makes me feel comfortable. And that's a really big deal to me. I feel at home when I'm playing it. I don't get that from many things. Another example would be Pokemon Gold. I played that a lot as a kid, and when I play it today, it just makes me feel good. I got a sudden urge to draw fan art of the characters, and then I did it again, and probably multiple of hundreds of times by now. It was because of The Last of Us that I decided to develop an art style of my own. I was so fixated on the character design way before the game even came out that I wanted to create fan art of it. Before the game came along, I only ever drew characters from the Futurama universe, another interest of mine, and that was all in Macarena style, which was really getting me nowhere artistically. And after drawing a lot of The Last of Us fan art, people actually started following me just for that. And that's what I'm mostly known for. People are always looking forward to more The Last of Us themed art from me, but also other games and even my own creations that wouldn't have existed without The Last of Us pushing me to make my own art style, and that makes me pretty dang happy. I have The Last of Us to thank for that. Now on release day, I sat down and I played the opening and it blew my balls off. Like, no one has ever gotten me that emotional within like 15 minutes in my life. No, but this isn't a review. If you want to know why people love the gameplay and the story, well, we all know why generally. I mean, I enjoy the game so much that I would reset checkpoint all the time just to keep playing the combat sections because I just found it really fun and enjoyable. Like, I just like it. After I was done playing the game multiple times, just resetting checkpoints and stuff and just doing story playthroughs, I had played the game to death. You can only play the game through normally so many times, and I wanted to do more with the game. I wanted to see how it works, what I could make the game do. The Last of Us barely had any features at all for a bonuses menu like Uncharted did on PS3. In Uncharted, you could unlock weapons early and have gameplay tweaks, etc. And Uncharted 3 not having that bonuses menu at all made me lose almost all interest in it when I was done playing. I was really bummed that in The Last of Us, you can only use the assault rifle at the very end of the game. I was hoping they'd have a bonuses menu, but it didn't have pretty much anything to unlock. I wanted to get that assault rifle, so I set a goal for myself. So I decided to buy a modded PS3. I had absolutely no idea if the game was even going to be moddable at all, especially by me. I'm not a coder or anything at all. All my modding experience was just making cars and maps for Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Then, just through perseverance and plain luck, I figured out how to transfer weapon inventory from one save game to another so I could have every weapon at the start of the game, which led to me figuring out things like how to restore beta and prototype levels, change what weapons spawn on a map, change the playable character into Ellie or anyone. I'd even try every single possible thing under the sun just to bend the game to my will to see what it can do. That I would never get out of playing it normally. Having an awesome game which I love that isn't on PC and being able to screw with it was the icing on the cake. And even more so, People watching on YouTube, people wanted to see what I could do with it because nobody else would really bother to try the things that I did. Also, during that, I had inquired about finding a debug version of The Last of Us, but I'd never thought I'd get it, so I just kind of didn't really pursue it. And then it all paid off. Something I never even thought I would get. Just out of nowhere, someone sends me the debug menu for the game. My ultimate goal that I had no idea I would ever reach, to have full, total control of the game. A dream come true. Being able to enjoy an awesome game, but ban it to do almost anything I wanted, and to get to show people all over the world. If the game was locked down and I wasn't able to mess with it, my interest would have waned like it did with Uncharted 3 and 4. Because of all that, I even got an Xbox 360 dev kit and now own many debug and beta builds of games the public has no access to. It's a community that I'm glad to be part of, and I wouldn't have gotten into it if it wasn't for The Last of Us pushing me to take that step. In closing, I like the game because it's fun, pretty, and moving. It makes me feel comfortable, which is a very important keyword. I feel comfortable playing it when very, very few things make me feel the same. And be it art or video game related, I just wanted to create and share with thousands, which I am able to do today. I owe all this to The Last of Us and Naughty Dog. Without them, I wouldn't have been pushed to go further with my creativity to really make a mark. If it wasn't for this game, I'd still be living in my parents' house, drawing pictures of Fry taking a dump into Bender's chest. And now you know.